There were about 56, if I'm not mistaken, matters that have been instituted via the SSERI. 55 of those matters have been finalized, and payment has been effected to the claimants via the Socio-Economic Rights Institute. And if you were to, in fact, look for the figures, the matter that we settled with vets to start with was 3,995,121. And as I've already indicated, we don't have any outstanding matters that are being handled by the Vets Law Clinic. In relation to matters that SERI dealt with, Socio-Economic Rights Institute, I can report, as I've already indicated, that in fact I made a mistake. It's 36 matters that were in fact preferred against the state, 35 of which have settled. And the quantum of the amount that has been paid to date is 69,083,005. So that is 69,083,000 rands. And that amount has been paid. It is confirmed as having been paid. The Socio-Economic Rights Institute came back to us and said it needed what it calls general and constitutional damages for and on behalf of all the 36 claimants. Now, general and constitutional damages is not something that is easy to quantify. It's very difficult to quantify, but we needed to be reasonable under the circumstances. And to the extent necessary, we believe that we, as the state, we needed to approach this matter with some degree of humanity. And without prejudice, we then said we are prepared as government, as the state, to pay to all the claimants that were represented by the Socio-Economic Rights Institute an additional 500,000 rand without prejudice, of course. That claim for the general and constitutional damages is still in court, but we needed to offer 500,000 rand pay family. And that offer has been rejected. I think it must be placed on record that that offer has been rejected. In fact, a counter offer was that they needed 1.5 million per each of the claimants that they were representing. And that is where the stalemate is. And also accept the fact that the offer by the state of the additional 500,000 rand comes against the backdrop that we've already paid under 70 million rand. And if you invoke the once and for all rule, you would not actually look back. But we are saying we are dealing with human beings here, and these are matters of importance. And the 500,000 rand that we are offering has been solely in the spirit of good faith to those that in fact might have lost their loved ones. That matter is not resolved, as I've already indicated. The Socio-Economic Rights Institute is sitting at 1.5 million rand pay claimant. We're sitting at 500. And as matters stand now, the only way in which we can resolve this issue will be to refer back the matter to court, perhaps if it is not resolved. But it is our fervent desire that perhaps they could have been able to reach us to some degree to say, look, I mean, 500,000 rand is over and above what we have already, in fact, settled in relation to the quantum that has been preferred. From the category of matters that, in fact, we have been dealing with, we have had matters relating to loss of support, past hospital and medical expenses, future medical expenses and hospitalization, emotional shock and psychiatric injury, grief and emotional suffering, loss of family and or parental support, and general damages. We recognize, and those are recognizable heads of damages in terms of our common law, and we don't have a problem with those. But there is yet another category amongst the matters that we might not be settling as at the moment, of those that were injured and hospitalized. And whilst they were lying in that hospital bed, they probably would have been police within the ward. So whilst we are prepared to pay for their injuries, such as has been sustained from the incident, there are those that in fact have lodged other claims to say, as they lay there in that hospital bed, they want to sue under another head of damages, which is arrest and detention. Now, there is no agreement as to whether any one of the injured persons that might have been hospitalized could ordinarily, in terms of our applicable prescripts, be deemed to have been under arrest when they were in fact lying in those hospital beds. So that is another category of matters.